So once you are done with the introduction by giving a background, a context, and a clear indication of what the reader of your report can expect, which we may call plan of development, we then move to the body paragraphs. And remember, the paragraph headings are not fixed and vary from question to question and person to person who is drafting the report. However, when a question is giving, some areas are directly or indirectly mentioned for you to focus on during report writing. In this sample, if you see, the headings are different. For example, orientation, and then talking about seminars, both which the writer of this report attended. In a similar case, if there is a question, for example, and if specifically you come here, since you are a bright student, the of business administration, the HOD has asked you to write an informational report to tell to him and tell him about the company stalls you visited and submitted your CV, things you come to know about current job market, and specifically the company you would like to join. So there are 3 to 4 things you are supposed to write about. For example, the company stalls you visited and where you submitted your CV, maybe one thing, one paragraph. Then what you learned about the current job market, the second heading, the second paragraph of your report, and especially the company you would like to join and why. Okay, so once again, 3 paragraphs that are already indicated. So you have to draft your headings accordingly. But sometimes that might not be clear, so you have to draft the headings on your own. And second point, if you see, your HOD has asked you to draft a report for this, which means that this is not a self-initiated report, rather someone has asked you. So in the purpose statement, you are going to mention that this report is written on the instructions of the HOD of business administration and all this in order to do this and that. Okay, so this is something about the body paragraphs. Okay, and then we move to the next part, that is summary. Okay, if the report is informational, you are going to write in purpose statement, introduction, then 3 body paragraphs, and then summary of all the paragraphs. That will be called mini version of the report. No new information is required. You follow the order of the report and just emphasize major points, and your report is over. Okay, if it is in letter format, you will write the complimentary clause, etc. But if it is in memorandum format, you are not going to write anything, because after body paragraphs there is no formality for complementary clause in memorandum format. But if the report is analytical, let's say, okay, so then you will have a purpose statement, then you will have introduction, and obviously body paragraphs according to the question. Okay, and then you will not write any summary because the report is analytical, so you'll analyze the situation and come up with conclusion. Now what is conclusion? You found out something. Okay, the result of all the findings. So interpret and summarize the findings, say what they mean, what is the situation and what do you mean by that situation. So what are the results? Conclusions typically relate to the present or past situation. So what is the situation now, or what was the situation earlier on? So what are your results upon a situation? And then recommendations are oriented to the future. What can be done in order to avoid any mishap in the future? So for example, this is an analytical report written in memorandum format. So memorandum formality, and then one line is space, and then purpose statement, and then moving to introduction, body paragraph 1, day 1. See, there is a different heading. Day 2, once again different heading. Then day 3, see, there is a different heading. And then conclusion and recommendation can be written in this way, in bullet points. But once you write this after recommendations, it is better to close your report in this fashion, right? I hope that your my report on KSBL workshop experience would have motivated you to send other students and all of this. So you have to end on a positive note like this. Okay, so uh, this is all about report writing. If you have any question, you are more than welcome to ask through email. Thank you, and wish you good luck for your writing.